Welcome to the Caution Flag Contemplations Podcast, a racing show by the fans for the fans. Welcome in, folks. It's a great week here on the Bathtub Toaster Show. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to steal other podcast crap. But as you can see, we have one very happy NASCAR fan here. Just quick count. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of merchandise. Man, that's
a lot.
Did you get you a stogie to go with that, or
I should
where's
have.
the stogie? The fact you didn't have a big fat cigar, you really let us down there, Ryan. Jeez. I was just waiting for him the whole time to blow it. Whenever it was like 5 laps to go, and I was like, oh, God, this is over. And I started typing the notes. Actually, it was 12 laps to go. I put the results in the notes, hoping that was going to be enough to get the caution, because I was like, I can't bear this tomorrow. But it is what it is. Congratulations to your boy, Ryan Blaney. We'll talk about it here in a little bit. I'm happy for you. Look at that. He's even got the Nashville koozie. Listen, he's all about getting that stuff everywhere he goes, baby. Everywhere I go. No, I'm just kidding. But what y'all do this weekend? Have a good weekend?
Oh, yeah. Went to Nashville Friday for a Cody Jinks concert. It was great.
Sucks? Just kidding.
No.
What time did y'all get home?
I got home at 2:30.
Did you go to work?
Went to bed at 3 o'clock and then was at work at 7:45.
I really figured you were calling in. So congratulations on making it. You know, you should ask for a raise for that. They at least give you some lunch on a Saturday down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Do you what? Let's see. You were supposed to run your last race. So how'd that go?
Ran my last race. Got my medal.
Oh yeah.
So that's all done. So that was on Sunday morning, and did some grilling Sunday evening for the race. Did some pork chops and chicken, and just did some walking, some pickleball throughout the weekend, and
pickleball.
watched them racing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it was
No.
good weekend.
Watch them race, of course. So I mean, this is the Caution Flag Contemplations podcast. That's all we do. So did you place in the race for your class, or I mean, it's been a minute.
I got third. Yeah, I got third, I believe. I went in 50. Third. Well, third in my age group. I probably finished top 10 or so, 15 out of maybe 50 or 60.
Okay.
So it was a pretty good show.
Better than me. I've been dead last.
Nice warm day compared to. Usually we do it. It's usually in this early spring.
I told you he had an assistant in the room.
There we go.
I told you. I seen that bullshit. I was like, what is this? She's taking pictures of it from the backside. Like, golly. Jeez. Must be nice. Did they at least give you like some Christmas tree cakes or something at the end?
I should have brought them down. Yeah, I got 2 big boxes of bars that they sell, like the a chocolate chip.
The
They had those.
Whatever.
They had some Swiss rolls, I believe, and some fudge rounds.
Yes.
They were just passing them out, boxes of them.
That's good. Fudge rounds are crap now. They used to be really good. I think Oliver Anthony really put the hurting on the fudge rounds. By the way, in Tennessee, I don't know that you can buy fudge rounds with EBT anymore. So congratulations to those of you out there on that one that understand that reference. But I'm glad your race went good. I'm glad you're full time. Quick shout out. Thanks for all your help on the socials. It's good.
Yep.
We have a Facebook page now that's alive and moving. So I got you this stuff for the Instagram today. So at least I'll get you 2, and we'll see how that goes. I don't want to drown you, but it looks good. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And keep it up. Good to have you on here. Glad we have a 3-man show all the time. Okay, who's got noise in the background? Who is it?
Probably the people that just brought the groceries into my house.
Oh, God. Well, you tell them. I said be quiet. I know when y'all are going to listen to this podcast, y'all are going to have to learn to be quiet at 7 o'clock on Monday nights. It's unacceptable behavior. The phone was ringing last week. I know who that was, too.
Yeah.
What's up, Pop? Anyways, all right, I guess we're getting the week. This week I actually have kind of a little bit of nonsense to go through, just some racing crap I got, and then I see D-Watt's got some notes in here, and we'll hand it off to JP after that. Real quick, my favorite of the week, we'll just start there. Will Power in practice decides he's just going to absolutely go straight bump draft style, push draft, slam draft style on the back of Kyle Kirkwood in practice in Detroit on the street course in IndyCar. I didn't know you could do that. I was impressed that the cars didn't break. I mean, that was I was like, wow. And then he pulled off a pretty quick lap after that, so that's pretty wild. Other than that, Brad Sweet got DQ'd in his own series at the high limit because dumbass forgot to go over the scales. What an idiot. Other than that, we had a great week on TikTok. A lot of reactions from these Indy people. As y'all know, I said on here that I learned that you have to leave very early in the morning to go to the Indy 500, right? Well, a week after that, these people are still commenting. I'm talking like 50 people have commented and told me, well, how'd you not know you have to leave early? I literally said I learned that you have to leave early. Like, I just learned that. Like, that was the point. So, help me out a little bit. Golly, y'all. But thanks for the TikTok likes. We really appreciate it. Go check us out on Facebook at CFC Pod. Same thing on X, Instagram. It's all the same. CFC Pod's pretty close. Actually, on Instagram, I think it's at _caution flag or something like that. But yeah, anyways, that was pretty cool. What you got? What did you see in the racing world, D-Watt, that you want to talk about? Anything?
Oh, I saw
our usual.
I saw the highlights of the Harvick and Harvick duel. I saw the Keelan came. I guess
Smoke Daddy's
Kevin got wrecked there towards. I saw a highlight of it, so that was pretty neat. I don't know. I didn't see any other thing else too much.
What about this Cars Tour paint scheme note you have up here?
Oh yeah, so I bought a pennant. So Junior come out with his baseball scheme for the Anderson Speedway on August 16th.
Is that the Budweiser throwback?
Goes back to the 2001 July Budweiser paint scheme when he won at Daytona.
With the Speedway Classic?
Yeah. So it's going to have on the hood, it's got Speedway Classic, and they sold all kind of other merchandise. But the pennant looked good, and I'll hang it up.
Yeah.
With all my other ones.
You're going to take that Ryan Blaney crap off the wall back there, that flag, burn that shit, and then put it up there, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that too. I actually told, I think, Dad about that when we were at the Indy 500. I thought that car looked pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I think it's interesting. They're really pushing the Speedway Classic. I talked about Trevor Bayne not getting any attention at the Smokies game. He was there for that, and I don't know, man. I'm afraid they're not selling that many tickets. I'm curious how many tickets are for sale. I'm thinking it's probably around 100-ish. I don't think it's much more than that. It could even be less than that. It might be like 80. So we'll see what happens on that.
I checked last week into going, and I guess the average price for the outfield was about $140.
Yeah.
Per ticket. It looked like they had quite a few available still.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm assuming based off all the advertising for it. They're still pushing it, so it did not sell out like they probably thought it was going to. I'm afraid. No. But JP, what you got? What'd you see? Some F1 nonsense.
Yeah, at the end of the race there, Red Bull was on a 3-stop strategy, and they had a safety car with like 5 laps left, and everybody comes into pit, and everybody goes on to a fresh set of soft tires, except for Max Verstappen, who only had a set of hards available. So being the third place car on the restart with hard tires, when everybody else has soft tires, ended up very well. He got into some big contact with Leclerc there on the start. And then he kind of got screwed by Russell in a corner and had to take like the long way around or whatever. And then he was told by his team to let Russell pass. And he slowed down and then just ran into the side of him in the corner for no reason. Looking like NASCAR out there.
So pretty much bad strategy and then acted like a jackass. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let me since you're talking about F1, I want to give a shout out to this one X account, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, account that I follow and I have for a long time. It's one of my favorite. I find myself agreeing with this young gentleman quite frequently on X. His name is Opinions on NASCAR. William Richard in parentheses. I believe he might be an announcer at, I think it's actually at Anderson Motor Speedway, where we just talked about Junior's paint scheme. So, shout out to him, first of all. Great X account. Always got good opinions on NASCAR that I usually agree with. And he was basically dumped all over F1 this week. And he's like, how can anybody watch this and call this entertaining? And I just want to say he is 100% correct. There's no passing. It's like, I've tried. I know this one old guy that's old crotchety that thinks it's cool. And, I'm glad that somebody thinks F1 is cool. But, it's like sim racing. It's more like you play that crap on your phone where you're like, upgrade this, 500 coins. Upgrade this, 500 coins. except that it's billions of dollars and that nobody can pass. So I don't know. It's whatever. I'm over F1. I'm glad you enjoy it, JP, and your iRacing team does, but it's not for me. D-Wad doesn't like it either. Also, it starts at 4 o'clock in the morning, so that's a joke. But anyways, other than that, I think that covers everything. Oh, NASCAR Cup Series. Adding 100 horsepower? What?
Oh.
What? Did y'all see that?
I saw
Elton
the
Sawyer said
rumors. Is
maybe.
it for real?
Elton Sawyer said they are open to the discussions. I'm going to say this goes back to all these, manufacturers that are not getting rid of V8s all of a sudden, thanks to, well, I don't want to be political, but thanks to you-know-who. So, we'll see what happens there. The return of Dodge. Dodge is going to want horsepower if they're coming. So, maybe that's part of it. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, I think that's all I had. Oh, I'll give a quick recap. I got to spend my Saturday night at the I-75 Raceway. Y'all both been there. Great place. Yeah. Took the 2.5-year-old. He had a great time. It was a great time. Riley Hickman, boys, he was out there. I seen that R1 toter. I sent y'all a picture. I could see it from where I was sitting in here, and I was like, oh, baby, this is throwback era. And it was Riley, I guess Drew, and Bryson, I think, all three racing. 3 classes of late models, baby. 3 classes. They unloaded off their truck. I'm sure they had another truck, too. But it was really cool to watch that. Riley pretty well dominated the late model. Drew dominated his, which was 602. And then Bryson would struggle a little bit in sportsman, but he finished second. But he wasn't quite as fast as the other two. But it was really cool, man, to watch him. Like cooler than watching him race was watching him stick his kids' races. That was pretty wild. Y'all know how I-75 is. He was like shooting down the backstretch back there with his little sticks. And my favorite part, I could tell there was a lot of cautions in their races, and he was like, like trying to get them to spin the tires and keep heating the tires, and they weren't doing it. I could tell he was getting pissed. I was like, they're going to hear about that later. So that was pretty wild, but definitely cool to see that. Good. Dude, it was the first weekly race I've been to in a long time. They had like 27 classes. They did a pretty good job. The hot lap qualified every class and heat raced every class, which if you have less than 10 cars, we probably shouldn't be heat racing, but it was a good throwback to the Boyd Speedway era for me, between the Hickmans and the heat races. Y'all know Boyd's used to heat race too, so I was fine with it. And they did the hot lap qualifying and the heat races. I would like to see an invert on that, just for the record, because the heat races are kind of boring once you've already qualified. There's not much point. There's only 6 cars. So, but it was a good time over there. The lights weren't working when we first got there. They ended up working. We ended up getting out of there a decent hour. Pretty decent crowd, I thought, for the weekly. They rolled in there pretty late, so I'll remember that next time I go too. But yeah, it was a good old time. So that got that out of the way. All right. There's a lot of rain this weekend, correct, fellers? Yeah. We rained out a lot of things. Let's see, Hunt the Front and Spring Nationals, Southern Nationals, whatever, they got rained out. Topless got rained out at Tazewell on Friday, but did race Saturday at Sugar Creek. So pretty much the only thing we really got here to talk about is LaSalle, which D-Watt's going to get for us, and we'll talk about that. And then some modified action. I don't know if y'all happen to catch any of that. And that second topless race, we'll briefly cover that. Then we'll get into NASCAR. So let's hear about the LaSalle recap, right. Big Money.
LaSalle Speedway. First off, I love the track. Those guys can really get going on the top. Love the track. I'm going to get y'all's opinion on the invert here in a minute. But anyway, so Friday night they had the twin Twisters 25, I believe is what it was called. All in all, I like the idea. Not something we see a lot of, I feel like, not down here at least, with the twins. So that was pretty cool to see. So Bobby Pierce doing what he always does. Fast time in qualifying, won his heat. Shannon Babb won his heat, and Chris Simpson won his heat. And so then feature time was a 25 lap, and Pierce led them all, dominated.
No shock.
And then no shock. And then I texted you at one point because I wasn't sure how it was really going to work. And then so they just threw a caution on lap 25, and if you were in 10th, you went to first. So Tyler Erb took first place, and he
ran away with it.
He ran away with it. He led all, and he was banging the wall, and he was getting after it.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, what? The invert was it 25?
Yeah. So the invert was 10.
Oh, okay.
So it was 25 laps, and then The invert was so if you were in 10th, you went to first. I think.
Oh, okay. So it was the same
if I'm
field.
wrong, let me know.
That's how they ran
same field.
Okay,
And
I thought it was two different features, like we see it
that's
at
what I thought.
where they split in groups.
That's what I was expecting.
Okay,
when I
so
was
this
watching
is
on
more
Flow.
like what we see like asphalt modifieds at like Smart. Okay, I got you. All right, cool, got you.
So Tyler Erb was in 10th, took the pole, and he led all the laps in his feature there on the the back half of the feature. So all in all, I liked it. Shepard was really coming hard there at the end up top, but just didn't have enough laps. So my opinion as a fan, I like the invert. It kind of keeps the show going, and you get to see what a guy that's in 10th, if he takes first, what can you do? And he led them all.
I like it. So all right, so they paid $5,000 after 25 laps, ran another 25 laps, paid another 20. I like it. I'm good with it. So I think that's what they do like at all these local asphalt tracks, if I'm not mistaken. Like Hickory does it, Kingsport does it when they run the twin 40s or whatever for late models and whatnot. I think that's what they do. So you're telling me Bobby, with 25 laps to go, restarted 10th because he won the first one and got back to 4th?
Yeah.
Shoo. Can you imagine if that race was 35 laps? He probably would have got there. That's all right. That's pretty cool. No, I like that idea. Yeah, we don't see that a lot. It's definitely different. So does Mars do that on a regular basis for their prelim
honestly.
nights? I mean, it's kind of standard to have two features for the prelims.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So and then I guess somehow they locked the top 4 into poles for heats for the next night off that because them guys didn't qualify. It didn't look like. I don't know what happened on Saturday, but. That's good. What I wanted to ask is, what exactly is this fire suit that Tyler Erb is wearing? I don't know if y'all got the pictures pulled up on the notes I sent, but like it's like jeans and a red shirt
I saw
or
it
something.
live. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
I'm pretty sure it's like whenever he ran that Smokey and the Bandit car, I'm pretty sure he was trying to have the Burt Reynolds outfit.
That's the one. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, God, he wears some weird ass fire suits. He had the prison suit, then he had the Jagger chips, then he had like
the overalls.
Overalls, which, the original one of those wasn't that Dustin
Linville.
Dustin Linville.
Rooster.
Yeah, the fast at the 411 Motor Speedway rip. Yeah, I don't know. That's cool. So I like that. I didn't get to watch any of this Friday night. I can't remember what we were doing. We went to dinner. I took the wife and the kid out to dinner. So I didn't watch any of this. But, yeah, I'm glad that worked out. I watched the end of the truck race, I think, is what I ended up catching. So, well, that's cool. All right, what happened on Saturday then?
Saturday, 32 cars checked in. Bob Gardner had the pole, and then Pierce won his heat. Brian Shirley won his heat, and then Unzicker got heat 3, and then Tyler Erb won heat 4. So Brian Shirley was on the pole, and that man was driving like a wild man. Oh, he was all he turned Dennis Erb Jr. turned him around. Definitely with some contact, and Erb kind of pulled up next to him and
he was
let him know how he felt about it. But there wasn't anything after the race, it didn't seem like. But he started off on the pole, and then he jumped the cushion like he broke, and then he just dropped back to 4th or 5th. And then he came back up to the field driving all over the place, which is fine. Yeah. Didn't take anybody out, well, minus Erb, but I don't mind it, I guess. But it was exciting. But eventually, you can't run like that all the time and make it the whole race. So he ended up fading back a little bit. But
he pulled off, I guess.
He did it like 3 times.
Yeah.
He came back driving the damn balls off the car. So I need a Brian Shirley shirt after that shit.
I ended up getting to watch some of this actually on the way home from I-75 because I think it rained, so it got pushed back.
Yeah.
So, like, there was this weird thing at I-75 where the lights weren't working for like 45 minutes. So I watched the end of the Xfinity race during that, and then I got to watch the end of this one on the way home because they got pushed back kind of late. I wasn't paying attention. I was more just listening to the Flow broadcast because I was driving. But Bobby was out front. I know he was doing his thing. And I did hear Shirley, and I was having like some I thought it was like that Kyle Bronson type thing where he was just like on it probably harder than he should have been and was going to not finish the race, but he was trying anyways, which is cool. So I'm glad to see him up there. And, other than Bobby running away with it, seemed like it was a pretty decent race for the rest of it. Only 32 cars. I really was expecting a little bit higher car count.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Surely, hopefully they'll get their stuff fixed. Big week coming up at Eldora. I'm sure that's also why not that many people race. There was also a race in Brownstown, which I guess isn't all that far away, that we can talk about here in a little bit too. But Bobby winning, just for the record. I did pick that. I did win the picks last week with the only winner pick. So I just want to let you know. I really thought on Sunday D-Walt was going to have a chance. I just woke up and felt like it was going to be Chase's day, but he needs a crew chief. But we'll talk about that later. So I don't know. It was a good weekend at LaSalle Speedway for the Martyr Series. That's not our boy CT promoting that anymore, I don't think. He was for a minute, for like 30 seconds. He did, but good to see that. Good to see some racing up there in that part of the country. We are headed back up there this week with the Eldora. All right, well, thank you for that one. Brownstown, like I said, let's cover that real quick. Josh Rice ends up getting the dub in the Hoosier Dirt Classic. They actually had 40 cars show up for this race. Cameron Marler was a fast qualifier. Pole sitter Hudson O'Neal had a dash, I believe. And it looks like Hudson O'Neal won that. This is the Northern All-Stars late models. I think that's Essex's series, if I'm not mistaken. I believe James Essex is kind of promoting that series. So they ended up having pretty good car count. Hudson, Joyner went that one shocked me. Hunt the Front rained out, so Joyner went up there. Not necessarily somewhere they race all the time, but there's nothing down here because everything got rained out. Cameron Marler, like I said, ended up finishing 17th. And that brand new Infinity, I'm assuming, they had up there. So good to see that for them. Mike Marler finished last. Guess he didn't finish the race.
He's really struggling. Something's going on.
Man, they were so good, and they've had a problem, So we'll see what happens with him at Eldora. I was looking at the thing for next week. He's on the entry list for Eldora as Michael Marler. I've never in my life seen him listed as Michael Marler. So from now on, I'm calling him Michael Marler instead of Mike Marler. But that's pretty funny. I don't know if y'all seen, but they did divide up. They're not running all of them one night. It's one show Thursday, one show Friday, then Saturday. So you only got one prelim night this year again. I think they did that last year for the World too. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, good race for O'Neal. O'Neal wins. Josh Rice wins over Tanner English, Jason Jameson, who is also in a brand new Longhorn, Justin Ratliff, and then Joseph Joyner. Other notables there: Hudson in 6th. And really, as far as touring guys go, that's about it. So, good race there, and glad they had a good time up there at the Brownstown Speedway, Brownstown, Indiana. Sometime I'd like to make it to that track, but maybe next time. Other than that, did y'all watch any of this Modified World Championships crap?
No.
So, I didn't.
I'm not really a modified guy because of what we see in modifieds around here is not the same as modifieds up there, right? Like, it's just not. But they end up having, it was $100,000 to win modified race at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. And Drake Troutman ended up going up there and smacking them around. There was quite a few guys ran this race that are your normal late model guys, including Ryan Gustin. I did not know that he ran modifieds at all. I'm guessing he must have used to before he made it into my world. But Drake Troutman won that. Tyler Nicely in 3rd. Kyle Strickler, JP's man, in 5th. Kate Dillard, 7th. Dustin Sorensen, and like I said, Ryan Gustin in 10th. So there was quite a few guys up there running the all modifieds. David Strimmy, 24th. JP's boy Will Krupp. You still like him, right?
There.
Yeah. He's raced some on iRacing, right?
Yep. I even had a couple of laps for him.
He finished 25th, so. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I watched some of it. You know, they started on like Wednesday. It was a lot of that going on. I think RTJ was up there, maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was there.
But clearly he did. I don't think he made the feature. I don't see him on the rundown here for the features. So I guess they must have had some trouble. I didn't get to watch a lot of it. But Drake Troutman got the big win, $100,000 to win. Got to imagine that's big for him going into Eldora. He's had some good runs at Eldora. Coming up this week, he's got to be feeling as good as he ever has, right, leading into Eldora. So we'll see what that does for him in the 22 Star. Also, weekend off the late models, you'd imagine they got fresh bullets, fresh shocks, fresh ready to go and hit it up there at Tony Stewart's World. So we'll see what happens there. But pretty cool. I love that track up there. So other than that, topless, because that's my favorite series. Lower car count this week, which surprised me. There were some guys up there at I-75 that did not go to this that I thought would have been there, including like Neely, was it Clifton? Not Lane Clifton. There's the other 22 car. There's a few guys I thought would have gone, but they only had 22 cars. Zach Size was on the pole. Well, fast time Group B, but Jamie Oliver's on the pole, got the win over Zach Size. So John Ownby in 5th, Rusty Ballinger 6th, Brandon Kinzer 8th. Pretty solid field, but Still like to go down there to that track as well. We really got to get on going some of these tracks, fellas. I can't believe y'all didn't go. I tried to set y'all up for a double date. You just didn't want to listen. So do better next time. But other than that, I don't think I have a whole lot on the dirt. So obviously we're going to Eldora. So I'm going to get some quick comments out of y'all. Did you see Bobby's rap?
I heard about it. I did not see it personally, but somebody at work told me about it. I heard it was pretty bad looking.
Yes! That's what I like to hear.
It is the dumbest looking dirt late model I've
That's
ever
exactly
seen
what
in
I
my
pretty
life.
much what I heard right there.
Like, whoever designed that just needs to get Adobe Illustrator ripped off their computer.
I'm pretty sure it's a throwback, first of all, to the hand-painted days. So
I don't care.
have some respect for Bobby, okay? He's a dominator. He's a dirt track dominator. You need to have some respect. But here's the deal. The world, everybody's always whipping out these paint schemes, right? So what I want, as you guys watch the World 100 this week, I want you to look. I want like your best, worst, and we're gonna go best, worst, and a throwback. Okay, that you like, and we're gonna see what we come up with. I don't know, maybe like start, bench, cut kind of thing. I don't know how to
cut
do
Bobby
that
Pierce.
term. Yeah, he's
There you
probably leading that right now. But we'll see what all unloads. Maybe it'll work out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did a little looking. I did not see a 23V on the entry list on the prelim night. You can still sign in. Just want to let you know. Has anybody got any quick picks they want to make for the World 100? This does not count. You can make that later if you want to make it again. Has anybody got anybody they're looking for this week up there?
We'll save
A
mine
sleeper,
for the
maybe. Dennis Erb Jr. I say give me a sleeper for Dennis Erb Jr. Might not win it, but I say he might be one to
Solid run.
might sneak up there.
I like that. JP?
I said I'm going to keep mine for the end.
You're going to keep yours for the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I scrolled through there, and I had an absolute great pick, and I can't remember what it was. So hopefully it'll come back to me by the end of this thing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I guess I just buzzed in my head. Forrest Trent's going up there, so we'll see what he's got. Happy for that. Michael Marler, I was going to tell y'all, so, you know, I'm sure y'all are probably going to watch both nights, right? Yeah, I figured. JP won't watch both nights, but
I
you
will.
No, you won't. You're going to be busy iRacing. Don't you lie to me. It doesn't count if you're not fully focused. Second night has Overton, Shepard, Shirley. They kind of, I guess they did this thing by last name in alphabetical order. It's hard to keep up with. Ross Bell's Garrett Albertson, that's Friday. I believe the 49 is also on Friday night, so I'm sure y'all will be watching Friday night. But I think Friday night's going to be a pretty big deal. Jaden Frame, I'm excited to see what he can do. I feel like he's actually been pretty decent when he showed up in that Riggs car. And I feel like he can kind of drive. Like, I feel like he's kind of an event driver. He's had some good runs at the Dome, and he's not afraid to go up there and mix it up with the big guys. So kind of curious to see what happens there. But definitely looking forward to Little World 100. We got Flow on Wednesday. Flow Racing Night in America Wednesday night before the World. So we're racing up there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Y'all better pay attention. And, you know, we won't even worry about NASCAR this week. We got Eldora. It can do any better than that. So. Other than that, look at the schedule. Not a whole lot here to look at. Interesting. It's $30,000 for both prelim nights for the World this year, which I feel like is pretty stout payout for half of them running both nights. So we'll see what happens there. All right, moving on. Any other dirt comments anybody needs to make? Anything y'all are looking for?
Not really.
Nothing I can think
Nothing.
of.
All right, sounds good. Well, we're only 28 minutes in, so we might make this an hour. Moving on to Nashville. Does anybody want to cover the truck race?
Sure, I'll go.
Did you watch it?
I
Did you
did.
take
I
some
did.
notes?
I watched. Yeah, I took a little bit of notes, and I watched. I think I watched most of it. So, Corey Haim on the pole for the big show. Stage one. Kyle Busch had a penalty for the restart. Changed lanes.
What an absolute rookie move on
lanes.
that, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't even close. You know, like Logano got gypped earlier in the year, kind of. This one was, like, not even close.
Yeah.
And then I watched more probably towards the end is what I was keeping up with for the podcast. Those closing laps, Lane Riggs, Haim, and winner was his name?
Rajah Kareev.
Rajah Kareev, hard to say. Those two were really battling hard there at the end. We all know about the Haim history with Riggs, and those two were like side drafting and all over each other, which I feel like if Riggs wasn't there, then could have Haim
Yeah.
got past the leader.
I agree.
Who knows? But all in all, I thought it was a good truck race. I like it when it's competitive and you got some trucks that are close together at the end that can make a good battle at it. So
yeah,
all in all, it was good on my end.
So I want to pose a question on the Corey Haim Lane Riggs situation. So they also battled at the end of the first stage. Like Riggs absolutely side drafted and blocked the shit out of him to win first stage. I was like, boys, this is for a stage win. Like, y'all are so far ahead in points. Why are you fighting with each other right now? But I think they're kind of at each other's throats right now. Not a fan of it. I guess my question is, which of them do you see doing better in the long run, Lane or Corey Haim?
Man, I don't know. They both kind of choke sometimes. Let's be real.
I say Corey Haim in the long run, but Lane Riggs is just a racer. I feel like he's gonna catch on to his mistakes, hopefully. And I like Lane Riggs just as a fan, but I think Corey Haim will have more chances in the future with he's already getting cup starts, and I feel like he's the next up and coming Toyota driver.
The thing that I guess my one hesitation to Corey Haim is like, what car is he gonna go in? Because I don't think. I mean, from what I'm seeing right now, which they were better, we'll talk about that here in a minute, but 2311's been kind of garbage. So, I don't know if that's real or if they've just had some bad luck, but we'll see what happens there. But I don't know. I kind of like Lane Riggs. I think he looks more seasoned. He's had a little bit older, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But, he's going to have an opportunity probably to get, he's in Ford, so, we're talking possibly in a Penske car if he keeps it up, I would think. Not that Joey's going to retire anytime soon, but
we can all hope.
Yeah, we can hope. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely curious to watch them too, and I'm curious to see what happens at the end of the year. I had this thought that these two idiots might get to Phoenix and wreck each other and let whoever's in third win their championship. Yeah. So definitely something to watch throughout the year. They still haven't really learned how to give and take. They didn't wreck each other this week, but I'm with you. I think. If they didn't battle so hard for second, I really think Corey Haim probably gets Rajah for the win. So, definitely always good to watch that in the Truck Series. They always got that going on. So, other than that, Kyle Busch is an idiot. Corey Day also got a good run there. Finished in fifth. He ran double duty this weekend, the truck and in the Xfinity car. So, good to see the little sprint car action out of Corey Day moving on up into the NASCAR ranks. And he looked pretty good in the Xfinity race till he spun out. So, we'll see how that goes. We like the Nashville race for trucks. Yes, I think.
I do.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was pretty good, too. We're not going to talk about if the Cup race was good or not. We're just going to skip that part. Anyways, moving on to Xfinity. I did not get to watch all of this. I went back and watched things. Swallich somehow on the pole. I still ain't really figured that out. They must have been cheating. Corey Day spins at the end of stage one. Justin Allgaier wins stage one. Justin Allgaier wins stage two. Justin Allgaier wins the race and never looked back.
Justin Allgaier
really
kicked ass.
Yeah, it was. I would call that one a butt whooping. He led 101 laps out of 188. Your next highest lap leader was Sheldon Creed. Connor Zilisch led 18. 37 for William Swallich before he wrecked. So, I don't know. Justin Allgaier definitely has got it. Little Gator, he's got her cranking. We'll see what he can do. I expect him to go on a good run here in the summer. These guys are off this week. Their next race is in Mexico City. We'll see what they have. I think going into that, Connor Zilisch. Can I get an amen? Nothing?
Yeah, probably.
We'll see what happens there. One thing about the 9-car, Ross Chastain, was never really a factor in this race, I don't think, based off what I saw. He was pretty much like fifth to back for all night. I expect him to be up there. I just don't think that 9-car is as good as other JRM cars, but I don't know. We'll see. Junior probably try to sign Larson up, drive that 9-car, and put him in the back. So we'll see how that goes for him. But I don't know. Good run for Connor Zilisch. Actually getting the finish. He needs to work on getting some of those. I feel like there's one more. Corey Day ended up, after he did spin there in that first stage, like I said, ends up 11th. Definitely a good run for him. Xfinity points, I wanted to check those real quick. Justin Allgaier is definitely smacking him around, but Austin Hill still has more playoff points just because of the plate tracks and all the stage wins he's got. So Allgaier's kind of got to get up on him on that, and we'll see what happens there. He's got 72-point lead, but Hill has 21 playoff points to his 14. So that Justin needs to go on a good run here over the summer. So yeah, see what happens there. All right, Cup race. Y'all both watch it. Somebody take it.
Oh yeah, I'll take it. It's
All
a good race. I liked it a lot.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll be for real. It was. I don't know. I did think it was pretty good. I mean, Chase Briscoe started on the pole, which he's been qualifying well, but he fades.
He sucks racing.
Yeah, he don't know if it's just his pit crew or if that. They don't keep up with the track or what with their setup, but he starts off strong and fades off a little bit. But Blaney took 2 tires early on because he didn't qualify about mid-pack. Took 2 tires, had a caution come out. Really, that went well for him. But on the broadcast, they even said that they had good speed, so if he could catch a break, which he did, so the caution came out, and then he's basically on track with everybody else at that point. And just that track in general, I like it. I think the track that they ran well on it, in my opinion. With everything they got going with all the rules and whatnot, I thought it was. They could run both lanes at times. Yeah, the best it can be. It was a packed house. I think they said it was a sellout, so that's good.
Yeah.
And the weather was nice. And Blaney, he's been running well, and he's had bad luck, and to see him finally hold off to get the win was good. But all in all, hopefully it's a boost, and he'll keep it going in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good race for Blaney. I think he's had the bad luck bug, and obviously I don't like Blaney. I'm happy for you, but I don't like him. But I do worry. I know what this means. Like, he kind of gets that monkey off the back, and what does he go and do? Because he doesn't care. Also, he was smoking cigars. People that smoke cigars after they win in Tennessee scare me. As long as we're not going to Ohio. Sorry. Ouch, that hurt me just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he definitely had a good race. I thought Hamlin was really good as well. I was a little bit surprised Hamlin didn't win. Yeah. And I'm telling y'all, man, I really thought I thought this was going to be the one for Carson Hocevar. He got second.
Yeah.
I know he had his incident with Ricky, which I want to talk about a little bit, get y'all's opinion. But Carson Hocevar, that boy is pedal down, and
he's gonna win one this year. It's gonna happen.
I think he's definitely gonna win one this year. He's also gonna wreck some more, but I do think he'll win one this year as well. And I don't know. He was disappointed with second. I was okay with him being disappointed. Some people are like, no, you shouldn't be mad. Blah 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 blah. Then he was like, he's gonna get wrecked, and I was like, I hope he wrecks you, Dennis. But he did hold off Denny. He did pretty good job on the aero block, and Denny was really bothering him early in the race. Denny was running some weird lines, absolutely throwing some killer aero blocks. Like, Denny's getting up there with the Logano's. I don't blame him. It sucks. I'm curious to see if we add 100 horsepower, what it does. This race was not close. This was a pretty spread out race. So I think the 100 horsepower would just help the better drivers do good at the end of the run, probably, which is good for guys like Ryan Blaney. Long runs is what Ryan Blaney's needed his whole career. I think he does a really good job managing his crap. I think his dad also is kind of like that too, pretty just good, calm racer. I think that's why Blaney does so good on long runs, and their cars are better that way too, I think. Logano was up there. They needed a big week, I think, at Penske after their drama from Indy and all the crap that was getting talked after they sucked at Charlotte. So definitely a good run for them out there as far as that goes. William Byron still out there smoking it. He kind of disappointed. Big run for Bubba Wallace. That was kind of my highlighted, definitely needed it. I don't think they'd finish inside the top 30 in 3 or 4 weeks, and he got that speeding penalty earlier, came back, and ended up sneaking that out, so good for him. But anyways, big controversy in the race was Carson Hocevar, Ricky Stenhouse. JP, we're going to let you have it first. Who's at fault? Nobody. It's a racing deal.
Screw him. I am of the opinion that, especially the way these cars are, some of the way you can pass is just by knocking them the hell out of the way with just the aero and stuff. And I like Hocevar. He's aggressive. And I'm going to ride the Dente, baby. Let's go.
Ride the flippin' Dente. I like to hear it. D-Wop?
Oh, here's my take. He kind of beat him to the corner there, and he went down and touched the white line, it looked like, and kind of beat him down there, and then Ricky, he took him out. He cleanly took him out, but, that's it's aggressive, but that's the way he's going to race, and that's fine. That's just what it is. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm a fan, and might get it one day, and if he does, then he just needs to take it, and that's how it's going to go.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, and that was my original thought. And I guess what I've come back to is, if Hocevar cut down in front of Ricky like that, I'm pretty sure Hocevar was going around too. Like, I guess that's kind of the way I see it. And there's some guys that I don't know would have sent him, but unless Ricky Reckhouse has changed or whatever, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that if Ricky would have had that whole watch it from Hocevar's onboard. I don't know if y'all watched that, but that's the one that I'm like, I'm not a racer, but he was down there and Ricky just down from the top. I'm like, what are we doing here, dog? Like, I don't know. That track's pretty wide. He could have run up a lane. Obviously, he didn't, and he got dumped, and it is what it is. And, Hocevar's going to take some. He's having his Ross Chastain fit for sure. But, I think I was kind of pissy because Hamlin was complaining about it on his podcast. He's like, Ricky will 100% wreck Hocevar, and he shouldn't do that, and blah, blah, blah. It's not the right way to race, blah, 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 blah. And then Denny was trying to talk about Chastain. Did Denny ever do anything to Chastain?
No.
Okay, dear Denny, you're a bitch. Heard it here first. All right, got that out of the way. I don't know. What?
I'll go ahead. Oh, well, I got one thing. Bell got wrecked by Jones.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pretty clear, do not block or you're going to get wrecked.
Yeah.
And he ran him down there and Jones took him out. So I like it.
I mean, I agree with you. If we're gonna play this defense, don't get mad when you get took out.
Yeah.
And that it's a risk you take when you throw them blocks, right? It's always been that way. The difference is now you actually have to hit them. In the past, you could just pack air and move them up, right? Now you actually hit them and wreck them. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think that Ricky will get him in some cheap shot way that he probably shouldn't. I don't feel like what Hocevar did was a cheap shot. I think that was possibly an over-aggressive racing move for the stage of the race it was in. But I think more than likely what's going to happen is Hocevar is probably going to get right hooked or something stupid by Ricky. So that's unfortunate. We'll see what happens there. But, I don't know. Well, I guess that pretty much leaves up for picks and whatever else we want to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and make the first pick. Carson Hocevar to win at Michigan in the Cup Series on Sunday.
That was my pick.
Michigan. Big dog.
You little bitch.
Home to the house. That's why you're the podcast captain right there. You get to make the pick.
Oh, damn.
D-Watt, you're next. Actually, you're last because Blaney won and you're wearing all this Blaney stuff. So
who's next?
You. JP.
You know what? I'll take the other Michigan driver. Give me Brad fucking Keselowski, baby.
Brad Keselowski?
Yes, sir.
Golly, what kind of crack have you been on?
Well, you took my pick, so.
All right.
So Ford's running really good at Michigan. So I'm going to go with Joey Logano to take home the win. Sunday at Michigan.
Man.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, I really like this round of picks because y'all are leaving everybody I want. Eldora, Saturday night. I don't want to say it. I don't think I can do it 2 weeks in a row. Give me the 49. I just can't say what I want to say. Give me the 49 on Saturday at Eldora.
Well, I'll take the one you weren't going to say. Give me Bobby.
Okay. I don't blame you. I can't hate on it.
Dale McDowell, who I'll go with for Saturday night.
Okay, so we're going to pick Saturday. Y'all going to leave me another one? I just get to pick whoever I want? Man, I hope Dale McDowell wins. That would be perfect, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I am probably going to be pulling for Michael Marler mostly on just because his name was Michael on the damn entry list. Like, I don't know. That cracked me up.
Surely Tidwell can come out of retirement and tweet something for that, right?
Also, he has a purple Infiniti chassis in a picture I saw. Like, the chassis underneath is purple.
Oh,
and
Lord.
I just can we get a purple fin or like what can JP? Can you come up with a new logo and a new name for that one so we can get some more T-shirts? I'll send that over to Tidwell, see what we can get done. Since he stole your last one. But I don't know what else I want to pick here. So there's a couple layups out there, right? Obviously, Corey Haim to win the truck race at Michigan. Xfinity's off this week. Trucks are racing at Michigan. Corey Haim to win at Michigan be pretty much a cheap shot. But I think I'm going to skip on that one. And I believe I need to make sure I got my nights right here. Prelim nights. Hold on just a second. Eldora Speedway. I just pulled them up a second ago on my phone specifically for this. Here it is. Dre. Yes. Thursday night. Give me Drake Troutman for the win at Eldora Speedway in the prelim. I just feel like he's going to be having a lot of confidence coming off that big modified win. And he's run good at Eldora anyways. He's had a pretty solid year. I feel like he's been competitive. So I'll take him that prelim night on Thursday. I feel like it's a little bit easier field Thursday night anyways.
Well, since you took my Cups race pick, we'll go with the number 7 truck. Carson Hostbar to win the truck race at Michigan, baby.
Oh, baby. I like that. That's, if he doesn't win, I didn't realize he was in the race, so that's definitely a solid pick. Good research on your part. Congratulations. Is he in the 7 or the 07?
He's in the 7. The 07 is none other than Corey LaJoy.
I got $10 as that truck don't finish the race.
Yeah, you think?
Stacking quarter panels.
Yeah.
All right, D, what you got?
I'll go with Wednesday night for the flow. America. I'll go with Jonathan Davenport.
49 Wednesday. Man. So I thought about going with Bobby on Wednesday, just for the record, but 49 Wednesday is a good pick. Man, I'm looking forward to this weekend in Eldora, guys. We're coming in the hot part here. We're going to hit Eldora, then Hell Tour starts back up. I'm pretty pumped about it. I don't know. Hell Tour's good. I kind of want to go to the Hell Tour this year, maybe, if we can squeeze it. They are headed to Clarksville, which I've still never made it there. I'd like to go. They're also going to Duck River. I think that's the first time they've been to Duck River that I know of. So I'd really like to get out there on that. The Hell Tour obviously is something that I've never got to do. And then High Limit is coming. When's that race of High Limit at Florence coming up? It's not that far away. Is it in June or is it in July?
I couldn't tell you. I don't like sprint cars.
Well, I mean, I've never got to see him, and I would like to. So don't be a you-know-what, okay? D-Watt, will you go if I go?
I'll go with you. Oh, yeah, I'll go with you, sure.
Oh, God. It's tomorrow.
Oh.
All right, if I call into work Wednesday, don't tell nobody. God, it's tomorrow. Damn, it's not even on a weekend. God, that's not good. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. No. That's at a different track. That's at 141 Speedway. Hold on a minute. Let me get the schedule out. God, I Googled it, and that's what came up. I was like, what the crap? All right, they are at Florence July 11th. It's a Friday. They're there Friday and Saturday, July 11th and 12th. So, yeah, let's just think about it, all right? Just maybe.
I'll be in Crossville. I'll be at Golden Mountain that night. They're having that's the night of the $4,000 to win crate race.
Yeah. Shout out to Gold Mountain Speedway. Give my boy D-Watt a little retweet there on Facebook today. I seen that. Him and his slow and not ready from Little Caesars. They gave you a share today, son. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Quick reminder, this podcast is available for sale. We got 3 people that can attend your racetrack if necessary. We'd be glad to talk about it on the show. Obviously, I'll go anywhere. I'm pretty sure these guys will go anywhere too. Newer the better. Just if we go, we're going to be honest. So, but feel free to invite us on down. We'll take it. Right now, I think our next schedule altogether race is probably going to be Lucas Oil at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Hopefully, we can get some photo shoots in.
I can confirm I will be there Friday and Saturday.
Oh, my goodness. We're getting big. I did check on the tier parking situation. It said $100 for reserved, and I was like, whew. And that said for Friday, and it didn't say both, so I did not buy it yet. But I'm still in the look, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, we're gonna do a photo shoot and get y'all some good caution flag contemplations content out. Then y'all be sure to give us a follow on our social medias. Like I said, my boy D Watts really helped me out on that. I'm gonna get him some of these clips. We can get some reels up there on the Facebook this week, hopefully. Follow us on TikTok and, like I said, Instagram and Facebook as well. We're definitely getting them fired up and rolling. Thank you guys for all your support. Other than that, boys, this thing's only 49 minutes long. We hadn't talked about anything that good. Y'all got anything funny we need to talk about? All right, nothing. I make ice cream.
No, I watched 2 hillbillies fight at a concert on Friday night. It was awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see any hillbillies get down on their knee?
No. But just to give you a little insight about this hillbilly fight that I watched, That was the first time I ever seen a dude wearing a bra.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Like, was it a dude?
Yeah.
I mean, it is Pride Month, but okay, well, that's cool. Whatever works, I guess. That big, just had it.
I guess.
All right. I'm not going to tell y'all where. I don't know if I sent y'all this picture or not, but I was somewhere, and I saw a guy on a golf cart, and this poor guy, and I feel bad. He was so big, he had to sit on the passenger seat to drive the golf cart because he couldn't fit between the steering wheel. I felt so bad, but yeah, I don't know. It was a tough one, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, all right, D-Watt, you ain't got nothing for the road.
I don't have
Come
anything.
on, you don't have any news that you're retiring, anything else? You're gonna retire at mowing grass?
Oh, I wish I had another big announcement to make. But...
I got a big announcement. I bought a John Deere this week. For those of y'all that care, I almost died trying to mow my backyard. It's like daggum cliff from hell. But hey, listen, I got me a John Deere D130, and she cranks and she goes right up a hill. So, anyways, this is getting out of control. All right, y'all be sure to watch some racing. I'll holler at you. Everybody, please give us a like, subscribe everywhere you can find us. Please, thank you. D-Watt's going to get you some videos. It's going to say that. I'm going to try to get some graphics on these videos so you know where to find us at. Hopefully before next week. We'll see what happens. I'm a busy bee. But other than that, y'all have a great week. Hang in there. Watch a little bit of the Eldora Speedway this week on some flow racing. Is it all on flow? It's all on flow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely big time. But other than that, check out your NASCAR. JP's going to be getting ready to go to Mexico City. I heard he got him a new job in the NASCAR industry.
I wish.
So we'll see what happens. I can't find the credits anywhere, just for the record. See, bye. Haim down. Buy some Crockett Creek beef jerky. Thank y'all for listening to the Caution Flag Contemplations podcast. Our theme music is Hard as Steel by Alex Productions. Thank you all for listening. Hammer down. Find a good race to watch. We'll see you next time.